Mark and Paulette here, two travelers in Mexico, and
don't show my neck. Don't show my old lady
Paulette
neck.
says, "Don't show her old lady neck."
Don't show it. Don't show my wrinkles up close.
Today we are just going to give you a little bit of a driving tour in Mexico as soon as the traffic starts moving again, just to give you an idea kind of what a typical Mexican neighborhood looks like. So you can see it's a combination of businesses and houses and things like that. We're in San Luis Potosi. There are some not real big high rises here, but there are some high rise apartments here. The red building that you see there is a Scotia Bank, and there's a lot of them. Even when we lived in Morelia, you could walk up and down the main streets, and in one block you could walk by three banks. Yeah. And there's a takeout Domino's place.
When you're driving, you don't want to get too close to parked cars.
Yeah.
Which sometimes there's, look at this, show this. This is how they deliver furniture.
Oh yeah. This is a bedroom set delivery.
Yeah.
Right there.
But you don't want to get too close to the cars if you can help it, because sometimes they, honey, that's so close to my face. Sometimes they open the, sorry, watching the car. Oh, look at this dude.
Yeah, and there's a
street
stilt walker.
You see him? I don't know how he's going to bend down to get his
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, dude, how are ya?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
And now here we are at the next stoplight, and a guy's selling some hanging macrame stuff. There's a
here comes another one down the street.
Here comes another guy selling.
This is so common. That's why you always keep change. Oh, I don't know what he's selling. He's selling. No, we don't need that.
No. He's selling like windshield shades.
Yeah.
Window for the car,
and a tray
of some kind, maybe computer, laptop, whatever. There's a guy selling a USB water dispenser.
Go ahead.
So you got to really appreciate the entrepreneurship here for sure in Mexico.
Yeah. See
and
that
then
guy
there's
with
the stilt walker again, crossing the street.
It's always an adventure in Mexico.
Yeah,
So I always keep all kinds of spare change. All kinds of spare change. This is just part of it.
Whenever you pull up to a stoplight in Mexico, you're bound to be entertained by something or sold.
Yeah.
So here's a guy here, also at the same stoplight, washing windshields. And then here's the...
there's two on stilts.
Oh, yeah, there's a second guy on stilts walking. Both wearing the same basic outfit. I think this guy's wearing what we used to call floods because his pants are too short. But I understand why that happens when you're like 10 feet tall or more. Little Mexican style road construction here.
Armored cars.
Armored cars.
Okay, this is the one-way street, so this is not going to work.
Yeah, this is a one-way street coming the other way, and that's the other thing, is that one-way streets aren't often very clearly marked.
They are not very clearly marked at all.
And then you'll go from a smooth street to a cobble street like this one, which after a while I would think in Mexico that you would need front end alignments on your car more often. So what we're looking at dead ahead of us is one of the newer areas of San Luis Potosi, and as you can see there's a bunch of high rises and stuff. That's basically all apartments up there. There's some businesses here that we're passing now, but once you get beyond this little business area, it basically all turns into high rises and private secured housing areas like this one over here. And of course there's a Domino's and a Dairy Queen right there. They are alive and well here in San Luis Potosi as well as other areas of Mexico. And now we're heading up into the area where
we were just talking about.
With the high-rise apartment buildings and things like that.
There's a Soriana.
There's a Soriana, which is a huge supermarket chain here in Mexico.
Nice store.
Yeah, very nice store. Banaforte, that's a bank here in Mexico that's pretty popular, just sitting out here. And then coming up, we will see an OXXO, OXXO, but they pronounce it like OXXO. And this is a huge place like 7-Eleven.
Mm-hmm.
They're all over the place here in Mexico too. Now we ourselves have only been in this area
Once.
one other time. So we're just kind of driving you around. We showed you what some of the older parts look like in terms of neighborhoods. Now we're showing you some of the newer parts. I'm not really sure what this building is up here. I don't think it's apartments, but it could be.
Oh, Tope. Give you a warning here.
Tope, yeah, at least you get
look at all over there.
the Tope warning here. Yeah, and then there's some more area over there where it's mostly just secured communities, 1 and 2-story houses really.
So as you can see, there's a lot of areas here that are very, very modern, very new, very, upscaled areas here where we live in San Luis Potosi. Just a little bit of variety depending how far out you want to go.
There are a lot of businesses coming in here from overseas, bringing people with them, and so that's one of the reasons why you're seeing a lot of new development up here.
Because like BMW, for example, BMW only has their people rent in certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, can't rent in all areas. They want you to rent like where there's a golf course and stuff like that. So if any of you own BMWs, you know why the price is so high. Because they're paying for relocation for their employees.
Services.
And then when their job's done, they pay for the relocation again to go back home.
these are for sale and rent.
Look at that. Whoa, look at the way that one is. It almost looks like it's leaning forward, huh?
Yeah, it's just it's designed.
Optical illusion.
Yeah.
And alto means stop, which is just a suggestion in Mexico.
Just a suggestion.
I can't tell you how many people we've ridden with where they just go right through it.
Yes, and there's a Carl's Jr. here too.
And another big tope.
And another big tope. So what we're passing now is Tangamanga Park, one of the sides of it. It goes on for quite a while still. There's a lot of different things to do in there. Paulette and I haven't been in there yet, largely because it was closed for a while, and then they opened it, but then it was closed to anybody like over 60 years old.
Any geezers like us.
Yeah, or kids under the age of like 13 or something. But one of these days, I think we're gonna try to go in. I think
we're going in.
I think maybe it's open now to people over 60 or just barely over 60, like Paulette and I. We're coming up now on a major shopping area, really. Over to the left is the Home Depot, and then almost directly in front of us is the Costco, and then off to the right there's both a Walmart and a Sam's Club. So there's the Walmart, there's the Sam's Club.
You're welcome. De nada.
And then there's a woman with her 2 children that Paulette just donated some money to.
Yeah, a lot of times I'll just donate without taking anything. And that's what I do. That's why I carry tons of change. I could probably go through $5 in a day easily, if not more.
Yes, Sears is alive and well here in Mexico. Soriana, the sign that you see up here, is another major grocery store. We're driving on another cobble road here, so it can be pretty noisy to drive on in a car. Currently we're just on the outskirts of Centro Histórico. So we're coming up on we're on a Reforma now. I think these are actually signs for someone promoting someone to be governor, possibly, of this state, because elections are coming up in June, about a month away. Yeah, getting cut off in Mexico is nothing new like that car just did to us. It's almost like it's accepted here for some reason, even though it kind of freaks you out when it happens.
Yeah, because they'll pass you on the right and they'll pass you on the left.
Yeah.
There's no rhyme or reason. And sometimes you'll get motorcycles that pass you on the right and the left
at the same time.
Isn't that cute? The trees, how they do that. I love that.
Yeah, the intersections are tough to tell sometimes because they don't, like this one here coming up says alto, which is stop, which again is really only a suggestion here in Mexico. But sometimes it's difficult to tell who has the right of way or not. And of course, a lot of times we find out who had the right of way is that when we stop and someone behind us honks their horn, even though someone is crossing in front of us. Yeah, and cars like this little VW in front of us, that's not a rarity. We see them all the time here.
All the time in Mexico. I'm going to keep going straight. I think maybe we're heading towards home. And my sense of direction is off also.
Yeah, we're relying on Paulette's sense of a direction to get home so we could be driving for a while.